So this next position is going to be one to work on this reaching behind the back, which is a usual common problem, mobility restriction that people with shoulder pain have, especially people with a frozen shoulder. This is one of their hardest directions. So we're going to do something that puts a light static stretch on the top of the shoulder. I emphasize that it should be light because I want you to hold it for a longer period of time. So you want to keep it pretty comfortable. If you feel like you're too uncomfortable, these areas are going to tense and guard, and you'll actually, instead of this helping you, may cause some irritation. So I want to have something behind me that's going to support my hand. I'm going to use the stick of this hammer. It could be anything that has this size to it or maybe a little bit bigger. So laying down, I'm going to have my arm behind my back. So as I start to go from my hand resting on my hip, as I start coming down, it may start to get tight here, and maybe all the way down here it turns into pain. So I'm going to have this as something to support my hand, and I'm going to let it walk down just to where I feel like there's a little tension. And I'm going to hang out in this position. Now the one thing I want you to watch is that many people will compensate by taking the shoulder blade forward. I do want to try and keep this shoulder a little bit back. I don't want to feel like it's hiking up towards my ear, but I want to just keep it lightly pulled back, maybe a little bit downward, so that my shoulder blade, instead of tipping up and forward, is a little bit back and down. For the most part, this arm is relaxed. I'm just resting on this post and just staying here. Initially, maybe for 30 seconds, maybe working up towards 2 to 3 minutes. Now, the other position I could do this in, if I don't want to hold on to something, is if you picture the back of the couch being right here, you could just wedge your hand between your hip and the back of the couch, and you would do the same thing. Just trying to get it to wherever there's a little bit of tension. It would be supported by my own body and wedged against the couch. And same thing, I would lay here for that span of time. Feeling light tension, but nothing that's overly uncomfortable, with the goal of getting further and further down towards the floor or the ground here.